Well, I guess the falling out / the status of the Shazam franchise and the director and the actor just going on record and putting pretty much everybody on blast is leading to more revelations / confirmations of what I think most of us knew. So let's talk about Henry Cavill's Superman cameo that was intended to be in the first Shazam that never happened. So this came from the director of Shazam doing the rounds talking about the first film and the second film, and the post-credit scene, or the ending, depending on when you saw it and how, that featured Superman from the neck down, was intended, as we know, to be Henry Cavill's Superman, but he couldn't commit to it. Recently, talking about this, the director, David F. Sandberg, talked a little bit about this, and he said that this wasn't something that was tacked on in the end. He said that this was in the script from the beginning. This was the idea. But when they asked Henry Cavill and his camp if they would do it, the answer came back as a no or as pure silence. So they shot what they did. Now, if we just go back through time and we look at all the reports, we know that Henry Cavill was asking for a pretty hefty payday. Reports are 5 to 10 million per appearance. We also know that after Justice League, his contract was done. He was fired. He confirmed this. The studio let him go out of his contract. So there was a lot of things going on. Also, it was confirmed at the time, him and the director of Mission Impossible were making pitches to WB and DC about a Man of Steel 2 that didn't go anywhere. And there was a bunch of other pitches for Superman that never went anywhere as well. So we can kind of connect the dots and see that nobody was really talking to each other. Cavill passed on it. They didn't know what to do. They wanted a Superman cameo. They did it the way they did. There was also going to be a new Superman. We know that they were actively casting. We know that they were looking at multiple Superman projects. So any way you look at it, we kind of have a full picture now. But it's like a 5-year picture of this whole thing that starts at Justice League and then just sort of cascades into a horrible, here's what happened, and here's where we're at now, and here's how things sort of tie to each other. This is one of those things where I wish somebody would make a documentary. Like, you could do a good 6-hour documentary of WTF happened with the DCEU. And you just start at Zack Snyder was hired to direct Superman and end with James Gunn comes in to clean house. It would be fascinating because there is so much dirt.